Tarasov, and I'm here with Julie, and we're asking folks a couple questions about decision making and change. And the first question I have for you, Julie, is do you think people are genetically conditioned to perceive and respond to things that are happening in a certain way, or do they have the opportunity to develop that and change in any way they would like?
In my opinion, I think that people have the ability to change what they can in their lives, and I think that when you have a will to succeed in something, then that's very much a part of the ability to change, and not only your genetic disposition.
Awesome. Do you believe that people can have success trying to change on their own?
I think it depends on the circumstances and depends on different problems, but I think that there are situations in which people are able to change on their own.
Excellent. Do you think that individuals can succeed without a program or a plan?
Again, I think it really depends on the circumstance. I think that a program or plan in some cases can really help and increase the chances for somebody's success in changing something, but in other situations it might not be necessary.
Okay. Have you ever seen or attended anything on like life decision making skills, whether it be a seminar, a class, even logic or something like that?
Not that I can think of right now.
Okay.
So.
And this doesn't have to be anything that's like personal, but what do you think it might be worth for someone to learn how to make decision making in a really healthy, organized like system?
Well, I think that that might do something to increase their confidence, and by increasing their confidence, they can have a better chance of success in whatever field or whatever area of their lives they wish to improve.
Thank you so much, Julie. Thank you. Hi, I'm Vic Tarasov, and I'm with Vishal, and we're going to go through a couple questions actually on the change process. And so the first question I wanted to ask you is, do you believe that people can really change who they are?
I think so. I think with a long, dedicated effort, people can change habits of theirs. They can improve. They can even become worse if they let go of good habits they have. But they can change, yeah.
That is such an awesome way to say it. Now, with you mentioned this term kind of like a lot of effort and work. Do you think they could change if they had no plan?
I think people can change if they have no plan, if there are people around them who can help them change, if there are people who want to influence them to do something.
So kind of like to, in a sense, navigate them and kind of move them in the right direction?
Yeah.
Okay. What do you think it would be worth for someone to have a program or a system of like ideas or something that they could work through to actually develop healthy decision making?
I think it could be very useful for people because oftentimes like people may not realize there are habits they need to change, and having people to help them through this could be useful.
Okay. Thank you so much. I'm Vic Tarasov. I'm with a couple folks that are out about and walking around, and we've bumped into them, and we'd like to ask them a couple questions. And the first question is, do you believe people are genetically predisposed to be a certain way, or can they actually change who they are, how they act, how they think, how they feel, how they relate to others, or is it just stuck in stone?
I think that you're basically hardwired, but that you can learn skills to change behavior, change your decisions.
Yeah, I would say that similar, but I think that the environment and how you're brought up and the environment you are in has a greater impact than the predisposition, personally.
Do you think that anyone can change without a plan or a program? Like if, let's say I'm an individual and I'm just doing my life and I go, hey, I'm struggling with maybe anger. Do you think I could just change if I want to change without a plan?
No, I think you need a plan. You need support. You need to learn new skills. You have to stop hitting your head against the wall doing the same old thing. You have to learn how to go around that rough spot. You need help.
I would agree with that. I think you know, if you're having problems, it's best to have assistance.
And if it's not working, the same things are happening again and again. You need to make some changes. You need to learn how to make your changes.
And then just finally, what do you think something like a program or a lecture series or any kind of educational materials would be worth to an individual that is struggling with something like that?
Well, I think it depends on how much they want to change, because people won't change or think to change until something extremely, they hit bottom somehow. then it's priceless. They have to know that they need to change, they have to want to change, and then the resources to do that have to be right there for them, ready to grasp. And I think it's priceless.
And I would say that there's tremendous value in improving yourself, whether it's going from good to great or from troubled to not so troubled. You know, anything that can help you, guide you to better yourself is worth a lot.
All right, I'm with some wonderful folks in downtown Princeton, and we're asking questions today. Can people really change? And the question that we'd like to see what your opinions are is, do you believe that people can change who they are, or are they just kind of genetically set one way and that's who they're going to be all their life?
I would say that I think people are genetically predispositioned to certain activities or certain behaviors, but that doesn't mean you can't change anything. That doesn't mean that you're completely set in one area and there's no room for improvement or change.
I'm a big believer in Emile, I think it's Emile Zola, who's a French philosopher, who says that every decision you make in life is decided on your environment and what's been innately put inside of you. So it's like you have the free will to make decisions, but it's always kind of contained in one kind of box. And so you have the freedom to change, but it's already kind of predisposition, as Jackie said, into one area of change. So
I think that it's way too extreme to say that people are static, and it's definitely true that all humans are dynamic individuals. So new experiences, and as you live life, you acquire new experiences and you learn different things. So any perspective you've had previously can definitely change, and I think all people can change depending on what they expose themselves to.
Yeah, and I echo almost the same thing. It's just it's a balance between some people have trouble changing their ways, and other people are predispositioned in that they can change a lot easier. It just depends on not only the environment around them, the people they interact with, the stuff they learn, the stuff they see. I mean, for some people it's really hard to change their way of life or change their decisions, and other people seem to be stuck in a rut almost. But once they get out of that rut, I think they can keep going on a good path.
Yeah, I just think that no matter what, people can probably just change if they really set their mind to it, I guess. I guess I'm the optimist, the most hopeful one. Yeah.
Well, thanks so much. Thank you.